Hello guys, and this is the Russian Genius, and in this video I will be teaching you the one-handed piss-off double lift. I know it sounds confusing, but it's actually quite nice. It looks something like this, and just like that, and then you have done a double lift. So once again, just like that, and that is the double. So let's talk about this move, and I have never in my life used this move in a real life performance, but it's fun to practice on, alright? So I have used one-handed double lift in one of my performances, and it was this one, as you can see. And the reason for why, because this is much easier and you don't really make any mistakes as if you would have done this one, because sometimes, as you can see, the cards, they do split. So let's talk about this. First of all, what you're going to do is this move, and this move was my previous tutorial, link in the description, and also right there if you want to learn how to do this fancy double slide, and then you're able to throw it on the table if you want to, or do stuff like this, for instance. So last tutorial, link in the description, and let's move on with this tutorial. So pinky break below the top two cards. You can probably also do it with 3 cards if you want to, just like that, and then you can do, you know, any one-handed color change you like. That was one hand, but I used 2, so, you know, stuff like this, and then probably boom, just like that, which was really bad. Anyways, I talk too much. Yes, I do. Let's move on to the tutorial. So you're going to do this a fancy move, which you now have learned if you watched the previous tutorial. And now your thumb, let me do it with a single card first, and now your thumb is going to push the card and then get out of the way, and then you're going to do the same thing once again. Just like that, right? Sounds kinda easy, but actually it's kinda knacky to do, and you really need to understand the tempo of this move at the same time, because if you do it slowly, then sometimes, as you can see, the cards, they're splitting. So you need to do it at a tempo that you know will work. And normally if the tempo is fast, then it will kinda work, but it's going to split in the end. Also, you need to have a fingernail, because then you're able to do this move without the card actually splitting. I tried to do a move which I saw a few years ago. I've not learned it by now. It's like this double, and then you're supposed to catch it on the deck. Man, I am going off topic. I don't need to do that. Man, this video is going to get so many dislikes just for this. And the reason for why I think the cards, they do split sometimes, is because if your finger is sweaty or wet, then this move will probably not work, alright? So my finger is really wet right now, and let's try to do this move and see if I'm able to do it. The cards, they get split quite easily, and you need to have a fingernail. My fingernail is not perfect, and the reason for why my fingernail looks like this is because when I perform, then I like to do this move. Man, I'm looking at the lens. Just like that. I was looking at my hands now. That's the reason for why my fingernail is not really a perfectly good top quality fingernail, but if you take care of your fingers, like the 5% of my viewers, which are girls, then you will probably be able to do it without problems. So fingernail is quite important. There's not much explanation needed for this move, because all that you're doing is just pushing a double over, and then your middle finger is just pushing the card so it flips around. So there is not really any long explanation you can do on this move or even go in detail. Just make sure that your hands, they are dry. That's really important, that your thumb is dry, and if it's wet then it's going to be impossible, I think. You need to have some sort of a fingernail so the card is able to flip over and balance a little bit on the fingernail, just like this, or then your finger needs to be really dry so you don't use your fingernail, if it makes any sense. Man, why am I mumbling right now? Anyways, thank you for watching, guys. I really hope that you enjoy this video, and I will see you guys in my next video. This, so if you for instance want to throw a double on the table, then you can do that.